What's up, guys? Chris Puckett here with a breaking news update for StarCraft 2. We have a very special guest. Destiny is joining me to talk about the new GameOn, the MLG GameOn StarCraft 2 Invitational. The streaming kicks off this weekend, and we have the pools to announce on the show. But first, Destiny, I gotta welcome you to the Esports Report. Appreciate you coming on. How you doing today?
Hey, pretty good. How's it going?
Really good. So I was talking to a few of the guys in office earlier at the start of the year saying we need to get back into StarCraft 2. We have a lot of friends still in the SC2 community, and MLG reached out to Cats about doing some invitational tournaments to kind of test the waters with the North American scene. Cats creates GameOn.gg, and now we have a 16-man tournament about to kick off this Sunday. Destiny, I hear you're going to be casting all of the action with Cats. How did this come about?
Cats and I have always been pretty close friends, and he asked me to do it, and I mean, it's a great opportunity to do it. I've always wanted to work with MLG in the past, and I'm excited to see where things will go from here, so there's no way I could say no to that opportunity.
It's going to be awesome. I mean, we have the 16 best players in North America, and we have 12 confirmed that we'll be announcing today. 4 more still up for grabs as voting is going on GameOn.gg/vote. So, guys, you have until Friday at 5 p.m. to get those votes in. But, Destiny, let's jump right into the pools as we're ready to announce Group A and Group B. Of course, coming out of these, the top 2 players. The first one, Huck, Puck, Cats. A fourth that is to be determined. And then in Group B, we have Neeb, Suppy, and Noni. What's your initial reaction to these 2 groups?
The first group has Huck, who is a pretty big fan favorite. Huck used to be a really, really strong player in the NA scene. He's kind of dropped off a little bit recently, but I mean, as of recently, he started to play more again, being more active in the community and, you know, on the Twitters and all that. So it'll be interesting to see him play. Puck has been a pretty strong ladder Protoss. I don't think he's had any breakout tournament showings yet. So it'll be fun to see him play too. And then Cats is Cats. I mean, he's going to be casting, and everybody knows Cats. And Cats just recently, oh God, I hope I'm not wrong. I think Cats just recently got into Premiere along with Despro for the WCS stuff. So it'll be really interesting to see all 3 of these guys play. And then whichever the 4th ends up being from the community voting should be fun.
Do you think Cats can take games off of Huck and Puck?
Cats is one of those guys that it's really hard to say. He can like have amazing tourney showings that no one will ever expect, and then he can also kind of fizzle out. So I think it'll come down to how prepared he is for the group. I mean, having 2 Protosses is really nice, so that, you know, he can prepare for those matches more or less the same way. But it's really hard to say. He's one of those players that can or cannot do really well in tournaments. It all just kind of depends on, I guess, how much he prepares.
Very nice. And here in Group A, we have you guys kicking off this on January 19th, so that is going to be Sunday. So if you guys want to see the games between Huck, Puck, Cats in the 4th, make sure to tune in on Sunday. But Monday, we're following it up with Group B. And, you know, everyone knows Noni. We've known him by the name Tyler as well. Suppy really making a name for himself in the past couple years. And then Neeb fills out this Group B. How does Group B stack up compared to Group A?
It's hard to say, but I think with Huck and Cats being there, I would say that Group A is probably a little bit stronger at this point. Suppy has always been kind of an up-and-comer, and it'll be interesting to see him play. Noni can kind of go either way. He hasn't done much recently, but he started to ladder a lot more. And I'll be honest, I don't know too much about Neeb's play right now. Okay. So I would say that Group A probably looks a little bit stronger than Group B right now.
All right, so that's our first 2. Monday kicks off Group B, but we have 2 more groups to announce, at least the first 3 players in each. This next one, this is what I'm scared for. Group C, Vibe, Minigun, and QXC. Who comes out of this group in your mind?
That's a pretty tough one. Vibe has historically done really well in his play in the past. I think he won one of the first WCSs for at least NA. Minigun can go either way. Minigun is a player that's really similar to Cats in that sometimes he does really, really well, and other times I don't know if he just gets nervous or just doesn't do as well in tournaments. And then QXC is probably one of the best NA Terrans. That's hard to say because I don't even know any NA Terrans, but because Terrans are so hard to find in the NA scene. QXC is probably, if not the best, one of the best NA Terrans. So it'll be interesting to see those 3 guys play. But that's an exciting group because I think all 3 of those people are pretty well known in the NA community. If you're part of the NA community, everybody knows QXC, everybody knows Minigun, everybody knows Vibe. So it'll be really interesting to see those 3 players hash it out.
And those matches will go down next Thursday, January 23rd. And that brings us to our final group, Group D, Scarlet, Major, and In Control. Is this the toughest group of the four?
I mean, throwing Scarlet in any group seems like it would make it the toughest group at this moment.
Yep.
Scarlet is pretty much an international tier player. She's definitely the favorite to win. Well, easily, you can easily say she's the favorite to take the entire tournament. Major is another very strong player who has always played pretty strong too. I wouldn't say that he's very inconsistent. So Major being in there is also going to be interesting too. And then In Control is a well-known personality and a pretty good player too. But Scarlet and Major, I think, outclass them pretty hard here, with Scarlet being the favorite to take this group.
That's a rough stack up there for In Control. Major and Scarlet in your pool, but we never know who's going to be that fourth player, and maybe In Control gets some early wins in that one. That Group D is going down, guys, Friday, January 24th. You can tune in to MLG.tv. Our calendar will have all of those match dates for you and times. Also, you can watch it on GameOn.gg. We have some voting still going on the website right now, Destiny. Who are some of the players you would like to see get voted in by the community?
Man, it's really hard to say. When you talk about like NA exclusive events, like there's a lot. It's really hard. Like, do you want to see like the popular people? Do you want to see the really good players? There's a lot of names on that list. I guess just going down the list, I think everybody wants to see Kane play. Really solid Zerg player. Nathanius is a really well-known caster, maybe not the best player, but it would be funny to see him play. Illusion has always been kind of like on that breaking point of like being an up-and-comer, but he hasn't had any really strong showings yet. Astria just joined Root recently. A few people are excited about him. Everybody knows Handrulisk in the NA scene. A lot of people know Drunken Boy. State is in Korea practicing now. I think he's there now, right? I know he went. I think he's still there. So State is a really exciting player to see play. Miss Spite is well known in the streaming community as being a pretty active streamer. Everybody knows Sasquatch. Avillo's gotten a lot more popular recently as kind of the Nightmare Terran terror player, or maybe I just think of him as that because I play him on ladder a lot. Desro is obviously a big fan favorite, and that there's a lot of people that are liking Desro a lot more now, and he just recently qualified for Premier as well. And then Hitman, as of recently, has garnered a lot more attention too. So I think that there's a lot of potential excitement that can come from who makes it in on this vote list. I don't think there are any bad choices on this list, even of the people that I didn't mention. I think all of these guys are pretty well known.
It looks good, man. I hope to see Desro out there. You know, when I first started learning about StarCraft 2, I was constantly watching Desro's streams. He's been around forever. I got to get your predictions before we go here, Steven. Who are the three strongest players? Who of those 12 that have been announced do you expect to see in the finals?
I mean, it's obviously I'll take Scarlet as one of the three. Scarlet's just a really strong player. Like I said, Scarlet is like an international tier player, so I think she's a pretty easy favorite to win the entire tournament. As for the other two, there's a lot of iffy players. Like Huck could be it, Cats could do it, Suppy could do it, Minigun, QXC, or Vibe could be in that top three. It's really hard to say. I'm actually pretty excited because I think that a lot of these matches can go either way. I think Scarlet is the only like clear like stands on the shoulders of everyone else, like best player in the tournament. I think that any other group can go pretty much any other way with a lot of these players. It's
going to be exciting, and we can watch it all unfold, guys. It kicks off Sunday, January 19th. Destiny and Cats will be bringing you the action there. Monday, we'll continue with Group B, and then Thursday and Friday closes out our week with Thursday, we have Group C, and then Group D, Scarlet, Major, and In Control playing on Friday, January 24th. Destiny, before we go, you have any final shout-outs here? Where can people catch more from you?
I mean, my stream is always on my website at destiny.gg or twitch.tv/destiny. Make sure that you guys keep voting on GameOn.gg. I'm sorry, I don't have the date offhand for when the voting stops, but I think they're closing at
Friday at 5 p.m.
Friday at 5 p.m. So you can vote for 4 players every day, 3 or 4 players. Which one is it? I think it's 4.
I'm gonna go with you on that one.
4. You can vote for your 4 favorite players every. It's a 4. Yeah, it's 4. Yeah, you can vote for your 4 favorite players every day. You can do that once a day until the tournament closes. So I mean, make sure that you head on over to GameOn.gg for more information about the tournament. Make sure to keep voting for your favorite players, and make sure to check us out when the tournament starts on January 19th on a Sunday.
All right, well, I appreciate you coming on in the middle of the day, let you get back to the family. Best of luck. Can't wait to watch your stream. And, of course, cannot wait for the MLG GameOn Invitational. That kicks off this Sunday, the 19th. Guys, this is your esports report update for StarCraft 2. Coming up after this, we'll be talking with the FaZe team about their new Call of Duty roster and also making some announcements about a North American Call of Duty League activity. All coming up after this.